Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing one of my favorite beats that I made. And it's a song that has been released by SF9. And it goes like this. Yeah, and I'm excited to dive into this thing because when it comes to K-pop dance track, there's just so much that you can learn of. And that's what K-pop is known for. Like a dance track, like a super dynamic stuff with a lot of tracks, right? So I'm about to break that down. And guys, UMC, Global Community of K-pop Producers and Top Liners, we are closing the registration in 2 days on August 3rd, 11:59 p.m. PST. We have a lot of great programs in store for season number 3, mentorship class, master class. We have song challenges every single month. You have live stream from me and my teammates, UMP producers. It's gonna be a great platform for you to learn, collaborate, but also pitch songs for K-pop market, because we do that every single month. We bring you the leads, you guys write the songs, we select a few and we send the songs to the labels, and it's an awesome place where you get to connect with a lot of different people from all around the world. So guys, are we ready? I also have Serum Pack released right now. Check it out. It's a really cool 100 preset Serum Pack that is out right now. Okay, are you guys ready for this? Let's go. So we're gonna do a little preview. This is the intro and verse. Still in the verse 1. We're kind of like in the building phase of the beat, adding more things, and then pre-chorus switch. Then the drop. And then the post chorus. Boom. Yo. And then a little change up in the bridge, of course, after second chorus. Like smooth R&B style. Yeah. All right, how are you guys feeling about the track so far? This is actually, once again, this is by SF9. It's called All Day All Night. You guys can check it out, the release version. It might be slightly actually it's pretty much the same. I don't think I changed the keys when I sent the stems or whatnot. Okay, so I started with this guitar loop, and then I chopped it up here and there. It was by Sematics. Shout out to Sematics. But without any of these, it sounded like, and I always like to tweak my guitars to make it sound cool with like a decapitator. But mainly, this is, to me, the guy that probably made a whole the big difference. So without this, it sounds like this. See, a chorus effect makes it really cool. How do I say? Very pleasing to the ears. It makes it stereo. It makes it a little bit more wet. It makes it a little bit Hawaiian. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, but I like to put chorus effects to my guitar. Without it again, very dry, boring. But with the chorus, woo, we're making a really cool sound with that. Okay, and of course, my favorite delay plugin, Echo Boy. Yeah, so with this, I'm like, okay, I'm inspired. I can make a beat out of this. So from here, I have my main vocal chop right here, which I actually really don't like. But when we sent this song, this track to FNC, I think that's the label, right? They like this song, like, oh my gosh, what I do? I really don't like that vocal chop. But you know, when the client likes it, you keep it. So I just kept it, you know. But I tried to do my best to tweak the sound a little bit more. So because it was so terrible. Like I didn't. It sounded like this. It's like so old and so like not cool, you know. So I'm like, okay, if you want to keep that sound, at least I'll do a whole bunch of tweaking. So I made it like this, you know. And this plugin pretty much made a big difference right here. Without this, sounds like this. Yeah, I like CLA stuff. So yeah, with this, I'm like, okay, let's go on. Let's go to where I'm dropping the beat a little bit here. Real quick, look at this drum roll. So I have my drum roll here goes like this. But it sounded like this before. See what I mean? Look what I did. You can mess around with the pitch. So instead of just keeping that, I had vision in my mind where I wanted to do pop pop pop. So what you do is you pitch change. You see that? Transpose. And then here I have 6, I have 1, and then it keeps going down. -1 and probably -4 or something. -6. See, with this, I can make my own fills without having a loop just do it for me. I can manipulate the sound. Okay. So just a snap sound, right? Okay, listen to this. This snap sound without the reverb sounds like this. Which is okay, but you gotta be careful to know when you make a dance track, sometimes you wanna go like really upfront in your face type of sound. That's when you take out the reverb. But when you wanna make it a little more spacey, a little more like stadium, you want to add some reverb. So in my case, I added some reverb here to make it more wet, to make it feel the space. You know what I'm saying? Without it, it sounds like this. More space, right? And then, love this vocal chop, right? This thing does a lot in this space right here. Ooh, I love that. Without my stuff, still sounds good. You know, it's just a good sample to start with. So yeah, vocal chop here. And then we're building. Oh, before I move there, look at my guitar loop right here. You see how it goes? So this is one of the technique that I use a lot, where you chop it and then you make it. You see how here it had this whole phrase, and then you make it repeat. Da 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 da. So it's almost like tan 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 da da da. But you're instead of making it with your drum fills, I'm actually making a fill out of my main loop, which is my guitar loop in this case. Yeah. Okay, how do you make your beat spicy in just a simple technique? Look what I did with my snare sound. Watch. You see that? So I have my snare roll, which, you know, this used to sound like this. And I have my rolls here, but I'm not just ending it with that. I'm grabbing parts in the loop, and I'm making it into a one-shot here. And I'm changing the pitch. That's what makes it fun. And all of these techniques and all of these different ways of using samples, utilize sample, and all that, we teach all of these things in UMC. Once again, we're closing the registration very soon, in 2 days, August 3rd. So check it out if you are interested. So as I'm doing my 4 on the floor, here I'm adding, you see that? I'm adding some cool percussion sounds. And here, look what I did with my percussion sounds. I have a bunch of percussion here that I like. I often do this. This is one of the techniques that I use, but basically I open a battery kit and I add in whatever I like, and I just kind of play around to see what I like. And here I have this. Yeah. And those little details make a lot of difference. So it's important that you pay attention and make every section sound really good. Speaking of different sections, look at this section here. I'm transitioning from verse to pre-chorus, right? And as I'm going to my pre-chorus, I always like to give a little bit of change. I don't want to keep it the same. So in this case, I'm making something completely different. Yeah. Let's just listen to the drums here without my 808 sounds like. Ooh. You see, do you hear all these spaces that is happening, right? It's sounding really like 3D. How did I do that? Watch. Is this guy right here. And once again, I'm using like a lot of somatic stuff. Ooh. So here I have this wet. Wait, was it wet before or did I add the reverb? Yeah, there was wetness even from the original sample. I like to do that personally, which is I like to grab when I want to make like boom, like spacious drum, like I do like to grab one that already has the wetness, and then I add another reverb to it, which in case sounds really big like that, right? And then here I'm adding more. Instead of just having this sound, I'm having this sound to it too. And I'm giving a little distinction between this pre-chorus and the second half of the pre-chorus. Together with my 808s. Yeah. So let's check my 808s. When it comes to 808s, like I always talk about this, but it's really important that you make it fun. How do you make it fun? Instead of just keeping like one sustained boom, you know, I like to give a little look. In this case, I use this thing called arpeggio, right? It's like an arpeggio 808, which you usually don't use a lot, but I do that sometimes. And it goes like da 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 da. You know how I'm stopping? I'm leaving room for the audience to hear the snare. Da 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 stop. Da 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 stop. One of the technique I'm using here, right? as you can see, it's very structured. There's da 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 and the glides, and then da 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 da, and instead of doing it 4 times, I did it 3 times, and then bam bam. Like here, I'm doing like going up down, and then in the second half, I'm just keeping it pretty simple. Why am I keeping it simple? I want to make a contrast, and I'm doing a build up. I wanted to make it bigger. So instead of when you make a stop, it's more like cool dance stuff you can do, and you can make it more rhythmic. But when you do sustain, it makes it bigger, it makes it fuller. So that's the contrast that I'm giving here. And my instruments doing this. So this is my main arpeggio that has a cool pluck sound. First of all, I'm changing a lot of the chords, right? From the very beginning verse, I'm changing the chord progression completely. Yeah, and then here is the same, but I'm bringing my other synth here, pad. And I'm doing it like a tape stop to have a. Why am I doing that? So the purpose of doing that is to say, okay, watch out guys, because something weird is about to happen in the next session and you have no idea what's gonna be like. I'm kind of giving that kind of anticipation, right? So here in my chorus, I'm dropping to a completely different section once again. So it goes like this. And honestly, this is the reason why I sold this song. You know, is this section right here that they probably thought, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Let's get this song. You know, like, and what made this part cool is the bass. And look at how many bass layers that I'm doing. So this is my main bass. So this is called deep bass, right? This is my deep bass, but this is not the character bass. What is my character bass? This is my character. This is not deep. This sound is not the most important aspect of the mix, but this is the most important characteristic sound that gives what do I say, color and identity to my song. And that's one thing I always talk about in our community. Identity is so important whenever it comes to making K-pop music. Having an identity is crucial, and whenever we do song challenges in UMC, I always emphasize the fact that everybody need to create songs that has a strong identity, so that when people hear their music, the labels are like, oh, what's so different? This is so different. What is this song? You know. Anyways, join our community. We have 2 days left. August 3rd, we close the registration for season 3. So if you're interested, check out in the description down below. It's gonna have all the information. Okay, so character plus deep bass plus another layer. Ooh, did you hear that? So this makes it super wide and very filling the space in your ear. And lastly, my pluck. What is this guy doing? Oh yeah. So I'm adding more attack to it. So this, with just my kick, already sounds very strong. Already sounds like it's a very strong section. Together with my clap. Ooh, that clap, guys. Look how many layers of snare I have right here. And then, ooh, guys. Yeah, but the main important one is this right here. You see how my snare or my clap is not tut, tut. It's very tut, tut is long, right? Sometimes you don't want to make your clap or snare short. Sometimes you want to leave the tail, but make your tail abruptly end, just like how I did it right here. Tut, tut, stop, tut, stop. And that creates a huge, very strong snare sound that you just can't deny, you know, like it cuts through the mix. It's a tiny clap sound, right? But it cuts through the mix really strongly. Let's check my instrument section right here. So I have my brass sound that is doing dong, and then here, good strong brass sound, right? And then my main synth, saw synth right here. Yeah. And this guy right here, I also have the funky synth. So when it comes to making like funky tracks, it's important to have, for example, here I use this weird Omnisphere patch. And if I roll my modulator, it has that vibrato effect. And a lot of funky stuff use a lot of vibrato, a vibration effect to it. So that's why I'm adding that flavor here. What is this guy doing here? Oh, wow. Just spread. Oh, love that. Okay, and in every section that you make, you want to create something very unique. And in my case, I added a little uniqueness with my... That's so cool. So this is actually just a loop from, you know, but instead of just keeping it da 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 da, I wanted to make da 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 da, you know what I'm saying, like increase. So I've increased the volume, making that crescendo effect. Okay, so let's go on. Yeah, and then I think this is one of my favorite thing, right? Like what made this song cool is like this little transition with the whistle. Yeah, and often these things don't just come from like dragging different things. Like it comes from imagination. So I imagine that's part to go like through it. You know, like I just wanted to create that, and in my mind I already knew how it was supposed to sound like, so I would go around trying to find something that would fit. What's wrong with my hair today? It's just kind of I need a haircut. That's what I need. Okay, so let's go to the next session. Post chorus. Boom. Look at this, like, so I like this, you know. So I'm like, okay, what if I just keep that here? So I just made this into a freaking hi-hat, you know? Like, you're not supposed to do this, but like, it's fun. I just want to do something very different in every section that I make. So that's one way that I've developed this part. I've added this guitar loop again. And what about my drums? Like, I mean, my drums is doing a lot here, right? So check out the difference. So it used to be this, but now it's this. What changed? is the top aspect, not top from Big Bang, but is this top right here. And this guy, shaker. And this, what is it, percussion. And this hi-hat. Now this, together with my clap sound and my percussion, it sounds like this. See, this is called top. When do you create this kind of stuff? You make this kind of stuff whenever there's a big section and you want it very rhythmic, very fun, very like energetic and dynamic. You want to make a lot of top effect and add a lot of top heavy, like high end layers in your drums to create more dynamics. And together with my bass. Ooh. Yeah, and my kick. And my brass with my and my favorite vocal chop hi-hats. And vocal chop, more vocal chop. Just pretty much bringing everything in at this point, right? Yeah, and I always want to have something fun at the very end. So in my case, like I'm dropping the beat. Dun, 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 chaka, chaka. You know, like it's good to have one of those like fun moments, especially in the end of everything. So yeah, guys, Umzik Music Community. I teach all of this stuff in details, and not just me, but we have like a lot of different masterclass instructor who are like far better than me, super producers, you know, doing masterclasses. We also have mentorship programs where everybody in our community get to be mentored by the UMP member. A UMP member is a really good professional musician. I'm writing songs with them. They're on my team, basically. You get the opportunity to join our team. You also get to have song challenges. Everyone gets an opportunity to make a placement in K-pop world if you join our community. So I hope you guys register. It's gonna, again, closing on August 3rd. If you missed it already, you know, we will be open again in a few months probably. So I hope to see you guys there soon. Also, my serum pack with 100 K-pop sounds is available right now, so check it out. Man, I've been in that tiny little screen right there. You guys see me right there? Yeah, because people like, you know, they complain that they can't see the session. Alrighty, man, I'll make my face small for you. But anyways, yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Peace out.